There is something happening behind the scenes that you cannot see yet, but your heart has already begun to sense it. The silence around you has not been empty. It has been filled with unseen conversations, quiet prayers, unexpected thoughts, and moments that are gently preparing the path ahead. While you have wondered if anyone truly understands the depth of your heart, there are people connected to your future who have started to recognize that your presence carries something different. Your soulmate's family has been noticing changes they cannot fully explain. They may not know your name yet, or they may only know a few details about you, but there is an undeniable curiosity growing within them. They have heard stories, seen small glimpses of your character, or simply felt that someone important is about to become part of their lives. Sometimes people are guided by facts, and sometimes they are guided by peace. In this season, both are quietly working together. You have often questioned whether your journey has been leading anywhere meaningful. There were nights when you wondered if the delays meant that your future had been forgotten. Yet every challenge you faced was shaping you into someone capable of receiving a love that is built on honesty, trust, and lasting commitment instead of temporary excitement. Those lessons were not meant to punish you. They were preparing you for a connection that would be strong enough to endure every season. Right now, conversations are taking place that are slowly opening doors. A family member has spoken positively about the kind of person they hope will enter their loved one's life. They have described qualities that surprisingly resemble the person you have become. They are not searching for perfection. They are hoping for someone genuine, compassionate, respectful, and emotionally mature. Without realizing it, they are describing you. This does not mean every conversation has been easy. Some people naturally ask questions because they want to protect the people they love. They wonder about values, priorities, dreams, and character. These questions are not signs of rejection. They are signs that they care deeply about the future of someone precious to them. As those questions are being asked, the answers continue pointing towards someone whose heart reflects kindness more than appearances. You have spent so much time believing that you needed to prove your worth. The truth is that your value has never depended on convincing anyone to choose you. The right people recognize authenticity without needing endless explanations. They notice the consistency in your actions. They notice how you remain kind even when life becomes difficult. They notice how you continue growing instead of becoming bitter. There is admiration building where you least expect it. Someone has quietly mentioned your determination. Another person has spoken about your respectful attitude. Someone else has noticed the way you treat others with dignity regardless of what they can offer in return. These observations may seem small, but together they are painting a picture that speaks louder than any first impression ever could. You may wonder why these conversations matter so much. They matter because families often become part of the foundation that supports lasting relationships. When hearts begin to open before introductions even take place, unnecessary walls begin to disappear. Understanding replaces suspicion. Curiosity replaces hesitation. Hope begins replacing fear. Do not become discouraged because everything has not happened according to your preferred timeline. There is wisdom in timing that cannot always be understood while you are waiting. If certain moments had arrived sooner, you might not have been emotionally ready to receive them. If certain people had entered your life earlier, the relationship could have struggled under the weight of unresolved pain. Growth was necessary, even when it felt slow. The beautiful thing about genuine connections is that they often begin long before two people officially meet. Hearts are prepared separately before they are united. Lessons are learned individually before they become shared experiences. Strength is developed in private before it becomes the foundation of a future together. There have been moments when you believed nobody noticed your quiet sacrifices. You kept choosing integrity when shortcuts seemed easier. You remained patient when frustration tempted you to give up. You continued believing in meaningful love despite disappointments that made others cynical. Those choices were shaping your future in ways you could not measure. Your soulmate has also been growing. They have experienced their own lessons, disappointments, victories, and moments of reflection. Their family has watched this journey closely. They have prayed for someone who would bring peace instead of confusion, encouragement instead of constant conflict, and stability instead of uncertainty. Without realizing it, many of the qualities they have hoped for are already becoming visible in you. Do not underestimate the power of your character. Beauty may capture attention for a moment, but character earns trust over time. A sincere heart leaves an impression that lasts far beyond appearances. The kindness you extend to strangers, the patience you offer during difficult conversations, and the compassion you show when nobody is watching are all part of the story that others eventually come to appreciate. There are times when you feel invisible because recognition has not arrived as quickly as expected. Yet invisibility is often an illusion. Many people notice more than they express. They observe quietly before they speak confidently. They watch patterns instead of isolated moments. They pay attention to consistency because consistency reveals who someone truly is. Your future is not being built on temporary emotions. It is being built on trust that develops little by little. Every conversation, every encouraging word, every positive impression, and every meaningful interaction is becoming another piece of a much larger picture. Although you cannot see the completed image yet, it is slowly coming together. There will come a day when everything that currently feels mysterious begins making sense. You will look back and realize that the waiting had purpose. The unanswered questions were not signs that your story had stopped. They were invitations to continue becoming the person you were always meant to be. Keep believing in your own growth. Continue treating people with kindness even when they cannot repay you. Continue speaking honestly, acting with integrity, and protecting your peace. Those qualities never lose their value. They become the reasons lasting relationships are able to flourish through every challenge. The family connected to your future is learning, little by little, that someone remarkable is drawing closer. They may not know every chapter of your story, but they are beginning to appreciate the values that define your life. They are recognizing qualities that cannot be manufactured because they have been developed through real experiences. You are not walking toward an uncertain ending. You are walking toward a chapter that has been quietly prepared through patience, wisdom, and personal growth. Every delay has carried a lesson. Every disappointment has strengthened your resilience. Every season has added another layer to the person you are becoming, so do not allow temporary silence to convince you that nothing is happening. Sometimes the most important conversations occur away from public view. Sometimes the strongest foundations are built where nobody else can see them. What is unfolding now is not based on coincidence alone. It is being shaped through genuine character, meaningful connections, and hearts that are slowly becoming ready to welcome one another. Continue moving forward with confidence. Continue believing that your story has value. Continue choosing hope over fear and faith over doubt. The people connected to your future are beginning to recognize that someone special is drawing near, and before long, the conversations taking place behind closed doors will become the beginning of a beautiful new chapter that both families will remember for years to come. As each day passes, the picture becomes a little clearer, even if you cannot see it with your own eyes. There are moments unfolding that seem ordinary on the surface, yet they are quietly shaping extraordinary outcomes. Your soulmate's family has started to notice that every conversation about the future naturally leads to the kind of person they have been hoping would one day become part of their lives. They are no longer speaking only about wishes or expectations. They are beginning to believe that such a person truly exists. You have spent so much time wondering whether your efforts have been appreciated. You questioned whether your kindness mattered in a world that often rewards louder voices instead of sincere hearts. Yet the qualities that make you different have never gone unnoticed. Genuine character has a way of reaching people long before introductions are ever made. Respect travels through conversations. Integrity becomes part of your reputation. Compassion leaves an impression that others remember even after the moment has passed. There is someone within your soulmate's family who naturally pays attention to details. They notice the stories people tell, the choices people make, and the consistency they show over time. Rather than being impressed by appearances alone, they value honesty, responsibility, and emotional maturity. As they hear more about you through different circumstances, they find themselves becoming increasingly confident that you possess those very qualities.